Greetings, cosmic adventurers, and welcome back to the channel where we decode the sun's fiery whispers. I'm your guide through the swirling energies of space, ready to unveil what the cosmos has in store for our precious blue marble. Intriguing hook. This week, friends, the sun is not merely shining, it's actively plotting. Our star prepares to unleash a series of energetic pulses that promise to bring a week of significant geomagnetic surprises to Earth. From swift solar winds to the potential for powerful eruptions, we are poised on the edge of a cosmic drama. Prepare yourselves, for the invisible waves are already in motion, and their arrival could stir our planet's magnetic shield. Safradak. Overall forecast for the week. Looking at the bigger picture, the week of December 22nd to 28th, 2025, is shaping up to be moderately tense. While we'll see moments of respite, the overarching theme is one of heightened activity. We anticipate multiple waves of geomagnetic disturbance, primarily driven by high-speed streams from coronal holes, but with a significant underlying risk of sudden, powerful flares. The second half of December is proving to be particularly active, and this week sits right in the heart of it. Dakas. Scientific lowdown, unmasking the storms. Before we dive into the daily specifics, let's quickly refresh our understanding. What exactly is a geomagnetic storm? It's a major disturbance of Earth's magnetosphere that occurs when there is a very efficient exchange of energy from the solar wind into the space environment surrounding Earth. These events are primarily triggered by three solar phenomena. 1. Solar flares. Intense bursts of radiation from the sun's surface. While the radiation itself doesn't directly cause geomagnetic storms, powerful flares often precede or accompany coronal mass ejections. 2. Coronal mass ejections, CMEs. Massive bursts of solar wind and magnetic fields released from the sun's corona. When these billions of tons of superheated plasma are directed our way, they can compress Earth's magnetosphere, leading to storms. 3. Coronal holes. Regions in the sun's upper atmosphere where the solar wind escapes at high speed. When these high-speed streams sweep past Earth, they can cause prolonged, but often less intense, geomagnetic disturbances. We measure the strength of these storms using the USHOT KP index, a planetary index that ranges from 0, quiet, to 9, extreme. For public understanding, this KP index is translated into the AAG scales, but G1 minor. KP-5 can cause minor impacts on power systems and slight disturbances to satellite operations. Aurora becomes visible at higher latitudes. G2, moderate. KP-6. Potential for widespread voltage alarms, satellite drag increases, and aurora visible at mid-latitudes. G3, strong. KP-7 requires voltage corrections, can cause surface charging of spacecraft, and aurora seen in many states of the USA. G4, severe. KP state. G5, extreme. KP-9. Remember, even a minor G1 storm can have noticeable effects, especially on sensitive individuals. Simon calendar of geomagnetic storms, December 26th to 28, 2025. Now let's peer into the coming week. Day by dramatic day. Monday, December 22nd. The first tremors, KP-5, G1 minor. Our week kicks off with the undeniable influence of a high-speed solar wind stream emanating from a coronal hole on the sun. This fast stream of particles will keep geomagnetic conditions at unsettled to active levels, with the potential for minor G1 storming. We're also monitoring significant solar activity with an 80% chance of additional M-class, moderate flares within the next 48 hours. For those at high latitudes, this could mean early glimpses of the auroras dancing across the sky. Sensitive individuals may start to feel a subtle shift, perhaps a slight headache or unusual fatigue. Tuesday, December 23rd, sustained pressure, KP-4, 5, G1 minor. The Earth remains deeply embedded in the solar wind stream. We expect continued G1 minor storming as the coronal hole high-speed stream persists. The probability of M-class flares remains elevated, meaning our Sun is far from quiet. The planet's magnetic field will continue to be disturbed, keeping our systems and our bodies on alert. Don't be surprised if your sleep feels less restorative than usual. Wednesday, December 24th. Building momentum. KP 4-5, G1 minor possible. As we approach Christmas Eve, the cosmic weather forecast maintains its G1 minor storm potential, still under the persistent influence of that high-speed solar wind. Flare activity is projected to increase, with the chance of M-class flares rising to about 30%. This sustained pressure means we're not seeing a break. Rather, the stage is being set for what's to come. Maintain your precautions, as the quiet before the storm might just be a continuation of unsettled conditions. Thursday, December 25th. The week's apex, a turbulent Christmas, KP 5-6, G1, G2, moderate possible. Here it is, the day we've marked for close observation, Christmas Day. While we continue to be influenced by coronal hole high-speed streams, now potentially under positive polarity, our models indicate a heightened probability of a more significant event. Given the earlier week's high chance of M-class flares and even a 55% chance of an X-class flare within the first 48 hours of our forecast week, it's plausible a subsequent coronal mass ejection, if Earth-directed, could arrive around this time, amplifying the existing solar wind effects. We are forecasting periods that could reach QG, G2, moderate storm levels. This combination of persistent solar wind and a potential CME impact makes December 25th the most dangerous day of the week. Prepare for noticeable impacts, potential widespread voltage fluctuations, increased satellite drag, and auroras visible at lower than usual latitudes. Those sensitive to space weather may experience significant symptoms. Friday, December 26th. Lingering echoes, KP 4-5, G1 minor possible. The immediate aftermath of Thursday's peak will still see us in a G1 minor storm environment. The energy injected into Earth's magnetosphere takes time to dissipate. Expect lingering effects from any CME impact and the continued influence of high-speed solar wind. While the most intense phase may be behind us, vigilance remains key. The cosmic winds are still whispering their story of a recent disturbance. Saturday, December 27th. A glimmer of calm, KP 3-4, unsettled. Finally, a much-needed easing of conditions. As the effects of the solar wind streams wane and any CME influences recede, we anticipate a transition to unsettled conditions. The KP index should drop to around 3 or 4. This doesn't mean absolute calm, but rather a significant reduction in geomagnetic agitation. It's a window of opportunity to relax and recover from the turbulent midweek. Sunday, December 28th. Return to serenity, KP 2-3, quiet. The week concludes on a calmer note. We expect a return to quiet space weather conditions, with the KP index hovering between 2 and 3. This provides a much-anticipated period of stability, allowing Earth's magnetic field to resettle and offering relief to those who are most affected by solar activity. Enjoy this pocket of cosmic peace before the Sun inevitably reminds us of its power once more. Possible consequences for Earth. The impact of these geomagnetic storms extends far beyond just pretty auroras. For meteorologically sensitive individuals, this week's activity can manifest as sleep disturbances, difficulty falling asleep or restless nights, blood pressure fluctuations. Both rises and drops can occur. Cardiovascular strain, increased risk for those with pre-existing heart conditions. Headaches and migraines, a common complaint during geomagnetic surges. General fatigue and irritability, a pervasive feeling of being off kilter. On the technological front, the consequences can be more widespread. Psi, GPS, and GLONASS, disruptions. Accuracy can degrade, affecting navigation and precise timing services. Radio communications. High-frequency radio signals, essential for aviation and emergency services, can experience blackouts, especially in polar regions. Satellite operations. Increased drag on low Earth orbit satellites can necessitate orbital corrections, and communications with geostationary satellites can be interrupted. Electrical grids. Severe storms can induce currents in long power lines, potentially leading to voltage irregularities, transformer damage, and even localized power outages. Practical recommendations to navigate this week of cosmic turbulence. Here are some actionable tips for your health. 1. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Increase your water intake to help reduce vascular reactions and the risk of headaches. 2. Mind your diet. Opt for lighter meals. Avoid heavy, fatty foods and cut down on caffeine and alcohol, especially in the afternoon and evening. 3. Prioritize rest. Aim for at least 7 to 8 hours of quality sleep. Your body needs extra recovery time during geomagnetic fluctuations. 4. Manage stress. Plan demanding tasks for quieter days, like the weekend, and incorporate relaxation techniques like meditation or deep breathing. For your tech and daily life. 1. Stay informed. Keep an eye on reputable space weather forecasts like NOAA SWPC for real-time updates. This allows for proactive planning. 2. Charge devices. Ensure essential electronics are charged, especially during peak storm days, in case of minor power grid fluctuations. 3. Offline navigation. If you rely heavily on GPS for travel, have a backup offline map ready, especially on Thursday and Friday. Important warning. Plus, farewell. It's crucial to remember that space weather forecasting, while increasingly sophisticated, remains an evolving science. These predictions are based on the best available data, but the Sun is a dynamic and unpredictable star. Conditions can change rapidly, and a sudden eruption could always alter our outlook. Stay vigilant, stay curious, and always look up. The cosmos is a breathtaking, powerful force, and understanding it helps us live in harmony with its rhythms. Don't let the cosmic drama pass you by. Hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join our community as we continue to explore the Sun's magnificent, sometimes menacing influence on Earth. Until next time, keep your eyes on the skies, and may your week be filled with cosmic wonder.